Test 1, 2, 3.
As you see, I have it pulled up. So here shortly, we'll be doing our drawing. Hey, Sandwich, let me catch up on the side chat here. We have Angel in Dallas, Lisa Bicknell, I'm sorry. Michael 58, Angel in Dallas, Tinker's Wife, Bama Mudmower, Sandwich, Big Dreams, Free Spirit. Wow, we're getting populated in here.
Yep.
And I fixed my audio a little bit, so hopefully everybody can hear me better now. Especially if I kind of hide behind the mic, then it gets really loud. So I have to talk quieter over here. So I hope everybody's in good health. Thank you, Miss Lori. And you know what? I'm gonna give 5 extra minutes for those who haven't entered the giveaway yet to go on over real quick. I'll forgive the absence. Run over real quick and add a comment to last Wednesday's video so I can give you a number so you can enter tonight's giveaway. Hello, Ann. Yeah, there's supposed to be a bit of an echo. I can try and turn that down a little too. It's a little bit much, maybe. I'll turn it down. Heaven's Essentials, you are not allowed to get sick. No. Hey, CR. Kaylin Strain, good evening. No, you didn't miss anything, Kaylin. We just started. We are just starting. You didn't miss anything. Thank you, Evans. And Lori, we hope you get feeling better soon. We got 16 in the chat. Let me run over and take
Hey, CR.
Hey, Kyle. And then after we do the drawing, we will discuss the dragon on the world, flipping its tail all over the place. I see no new notifications. That means nobody. Oh, maybe.
Jerry's Woodshop, Kaylin Strain, Plain Old Chuck. And
no, nothing.
Ryan the Gamer.
Ryan's in here. Oh, good evening, Ryan.
Ryan's here.
Jerry's Woodshop. Jerry.
And Kyle, son. Kaylin. Free Spirit Press. CR Bama Moore. Bama. Sorry, Bama. Bama Mudmower.
Tibor.
Tibor. All right, I need to check one thing here real quick.
We're just going to give it a few extra moments, guys. And my computer is going to lag until I start shutting some of these extra windows down. All right. Well, currently, and the 5 minutes is up. Excuse me. We have 14 people who commented on last Wednesday's video. So we have 14 people who entered. The rest of you guys, sorry, too late. So here we go. Let me make sure I'm sharing this with y'all so you can see it here. And generate. Number 13. Who is number 13? I'm going to close that out. And forgive me while I go searching for last week's video. My computer's acting very slowly. It says I'm asking too much of it. So anybody got any good information or news out there or anything like that?
Well, my green screen's not working.
Well, it actually needs to be closer to you.
All right.
If you want help with the green screen, I can help you work on that.
Yeah, I'll work on it later.
Yeah.
Because I had a really cool thing here to put up there. But it washes out before I wash out, so it's acting weird. Wait a minute. Let me double check that. Oh, that's why. Hang on.
Oh. See, I haven't even worked on mine yet.
Catch it just right. Well, somewhat.
My computer is acting stupid flaky.
Yeah. At least it's working better than it did before.
Yeah, a little bit. Now you're trying to hide in your bunker, huh?
Yeah. See, my well fortified and furnished bunker.
Now, is that an Atlas or the other guys?
From looking at it, I think that might be an Atlas.
Timo, World Without Rule of Law is the winner. Let me share that so y'all can see it. That way there's no doubts or otherwise. Let me see. Pierre, I think, yes.
Is he in here tonight?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I do believe he's busy. So let me make sure that pops up there. As you can see, Timo's a very busy person. Oh, we even got 2 likes up on Facebook. Thank you. I don't know the first name there, but the second one we all recognize. So, all righty, that was that. Okay, that takes care of the fun stuff. Oops, I almost closed out the wrong window. That would have been embarrassing. All right. Since there is a, excuse me, got a frog in the throat. There has been a lot of discussion as to what is real and what is not real as far as the virus is going on. And I don't think I can only share about one screen at a time. Yeah. All right. The first screen you see is actual live update numbers. Those are live. They're not censored. They're coming straight out of China, South China, as in probably more like Hong Kong, where they're not going to censor the information. Compare that to, let me get over here and change this. And we'll go over.
I got the other one up.
Oh, thank you. Hold on. Cancel.
Yeah, it's what, 1,000 something, 1,500 difference.
Yep. And that's the map that they're putting out for the countries to share and Wow, my computer's really flaky. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you can see, there's a huge disparity. And that will also explain what I'm fixing to start explaining. And before I say that, I'm also going to share this one real quick, just so you guys know how close it's hitting to my home. This one.
Interesting. They moved the one out of Chicago into the middle of Illinois on the other map.
Not surprised. This is from my local news channel, Channel 9, WCPO. There are 2 cases, not confirmed yet, but
Highly suspicious.
yeah, they're suspected and they're under lockdown quarantine. And this is literally, in the grand scheme of things, already knocking on my door. I mean, it's a few miles away, but a lot of the students that go to that college go to the same Walmart I go to. So until I find out, I'm not going to Walmart. Sorry, Walmart. I'm not going. Okay, that takes care of that window. Oh, my computer's running better now. A little bit. I'm going to go ahead and close that window out for now. Yeah.
Okay, Will's in the house now.
Is
Urban Prepper 34 is in the house.
he? Welcome, welcome. Sunny Preps. I didn't see you sneak in.
Sunny Preps too. Yep.
And hey, Will, I sent you a link, but if you don't want to come in, that's okay.
Walmart delivers, Dave.
Yeah, I'm not. No, you don't know the people I have to deal with at this Walmart. I can go back, run straight to the ice cream, walk up to the front of the store, and by the time I check out, the ice cream's melted. It's that bad.
Wow.
Did we say urban? Yep, urban.
Yeah.
So, for those who missed, World Without Rule of Law, Timo won the giveaway. Now I'm going to have to email him, or he'll email me, one of the two. And we're starting a discussion on the coronavirus. Now I have 5 short, semi-short videos I want to play. I'll play one. No, they didn't. They have not said which one they've traveled through yet. But I'll play a video, then we'll discuss it a little bit, and we'll watch another one. That way it's just not, 20 minutes of me playing a video and you guys sitting there going, da, 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 da. So let me get the first one pulled up here. It's going to take it a minute.
An outbreak of corona.
Okay, it's ready. I'm not. All right, here we go. Maybe. Get that out of the way.
Virus infections in the Wuhan province of China in December 2019 is threatening to emerge as the next pandemic. At current count, over 4,556 cases and 106 deaths reported in China, and approximately 100 cases in 15 other countries.
It went dark.
According to Lancaster University researchers, this will grow to 250,000.
All right, I don't know what's going on here, guys. For some reason, it's not playing.
Yeah, we were getting was audio.
Yeah, I see that. That's not going to help the matters any. Okay, that's not good.
Oh, Jerry. Poor Jerry.
What?
Jerry says, I ordered a bag of potatoes from Walmart, but they didn't have that brand anymore, so they substituted a bag of ice.
Yes, Sandra, they are.
Allie Oakley.
Hey, Allie. Well, Allie, that's what we're going to discuss here a little bit. From my semi-extensive search and talking to a few other doctors, and I'm waiting for a response from a doctor right now who has actually been on our show as to whether or not what I've learned is correct. But I haven't heard back from him yet because he's busy, especially with all this going on. Anywho, for right now, this is still a enveloped virus, which means it has to have something to carry it, not carrot. It needs a mucus or water type substance for it to transfer out of the human body. Therefore, any kind of protective measures you can take at this moment should be sufficient. Now, if this turns into an airborne virus, where all you got to do is just breathe and you can transmit it, then that changes the game drastically. Then you'll have to go with the N99, N100 masks. But for right now, if I do need to go to Walmart, I'm going to take one of the surgical masks I got, and when I get there, I'll throw it on and let everybody look at me and laugh. That's their problem. I don't want to get sick. I have a child to take care of. And like Lori said, don't panic. There's nothing to panic about yet. Keyword is yet. Okay. Couple of the videos, and I don't know why they're not working. Probably because my computer is actually too old to try and run both of these at the same time. One of the videos I wanted to show is that there are actually more cases than, we've already shown that there's more cases that are actually transmitted outside of China. There's one in Germany, one in Japan, and one in Australia, where the people that were infected by people who had not yet been to China. So it means it has mutated to a degree. It is in its second mutation.
Yeah.
Lysol's not going to hurt. I mean, if you're staying in the house and you're not going out anywhere, then, Lysol's always good. Right now, everything you need to do would be the same thing you would do as if you were preparing for the normal flu, which is also a coronavirus. Okay, it's in the same family. It's nothing different than the regular flu. It's a coronavirus. This one just has different mutations to it. Yes. Make sure you carry some of this, even if it's the little teeny bottles when you go out, or the wipes. I'm got it buried down here. I have several. Too many wires. I have several of these. I got 2 for me and 2 for Charles, with 6 interchangeable filters for each. So, I mean, we're good for a couple minutes.
My orders are screwed up.
So, the P100s. It's, if you can get them, great. They're a lot more expensive.
Can I do a rundown on those?
What's that?
On the P95, P99, P100, N95, N99, and N100 differences.
Well, the P masks are particle masks. Okay, more like they're
the oil, the ones that are for oil base.
Right. It's designed more to protect you from like smoke and stuff like that. The higher the number, the more it'll stop. The ends are more of a viral type thing. So in this case, the virus. The N95s are 95% effective. They'll stop up to a 0.3, I think it's 3 micron.
No, it's 0.3 micron or larger.
Right. The N100s will stop up to a micron or 0.01. You got that right there?
Yeah. Well, that's not from what I had on it. All 3 of them, 95, 99, and 100, work on 0.03 or larger. It says that it's more dense and it'll stop more of the 0.3 or larger. Like the 100 will stop 100% of anything that's 0.3 or larger microns, whereas 99 will stop 99%, the 95 will stop 95%. To get the one, you got to get out of those into the actual ones listed as 0.1 micron, which unfortunately I ordered some. It said it was supposed to be here in a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden now they changed it and says it's not going to be arriving until March or April.
Yeah, they're selling out everywhere. Yes, the American people that were shipped out of China landed in Ontario, California, at an old U.S. Air Force base. It is now a reserve base, which they do a lot of training and stuff there. So that's where they landed. Now, I had not heard about, where'd that go? People coughing up blood. I had not heard anything about that yet. I have not seen that on any news.
I haven't heard that anywhere either. And we've been looking.
Yeah, I've spent the last 16 hours digging. My head is about to explode.
Allie, I've never heard of N900 masks.
No, I think that's more of a NBC type mask, nuclear, biological, and chemical. I mean, you're talking military grade if the number's that high.
Yeah.
So,
Now, there was something else in the side there. Who said it? Just common sense. Oh, Tibor. He said he wore gloves today to pump gas. He doesn't know who's touched it. Well, technically, you see how many people spilled gasoline on the handles and stuff. All the chemicals that are in gasoline, should be wearing gloves anyways to pump gas.
theoretically.
Hmm.
All right. Another video that I wanted to share, and man, I wish it would show it. Well, I'll try and give the audio. Let's see.
According to
Can y'all hear that?
the news agency, Germany has reported what's thought to be the first human transmission of the
Can
new
you hear it?
coronavirus in Europe.
Yeah, I can hear it.
A person who didn't go to China was infected, but someone who was in contact with someone who did. How worried should we be about this?
I think if true, it's a significant development. The previous exported cases from China, and there are many countries now, there hasn't been any observed or noticeable human-to-human transmission. And so the fact that the first case in Germany was somebody who hadn't even traveled to China but had been in contact with somebody who had come back from Wuhan, I think also raises the concern levels, because it does mean that the virus, if imported into another country, can potentially spread.
And this plan of various countries to evacuate their citizens, to bring them back home, so to speak, is that a good idea, or is that potentially exposing people in their home countries?
I'm guessing if you're one of those affected people, it's a fantastic idea. But of course, in terms of the residents of the countries that they will be returning to, it's an understandable concern. But I think provided that those individuals are appropriately cared for when they return and monitored and hopefully even tested for the presence of coronavirus, then there should be no risk. And I think actually the real risk are the people who have already traveled to Wuhan and potentially other parts of China, who've returned to various countries around the world and might be carrying the virus, because we've heard that the incubation period can be up to 14 days. And it's even possible that some of those individuals could potentially be shedding and transmitting the virus. So that's where the biggest risk lies, and in particular in countries where surveillance and infrastructure isn't as well developed as it is in France, the UK, Germany, for example.
Now, we've seen a lot of people in China scrambling to get their hands on masks, face masks, and in certain cities, you have to wear one in public spaces. What difference does this particular measure make?
In truth, in a hospital setting, it's a very effective means of preventing infection. It can work as well as a purpose-designed respirator. But most of the published data in the literature would suggest that in terms of community transmission of virus, there's no real evidence that it helps. And that's simply because people haven't been trained properly how to take them on and put them on and take them off safely. And it sounds silly, but there is a proper way of doing it. You have to.
All right, that's enough of that video. And to that point, Doc Bones and Nurse Amy have videos that go over the proper way of donning and taking them off, donning and doffing. So I got another little video here that we're going to throw a few minutes worth in here.
Did you see what Tibor said in the side chat?
Yes,
about,
I am.
about school?
Yes. We have one local school that is closed until Monday for an unknown illness. And that school actually has assistant teachers that come from Miami University to come down and help teach. So I'll leave it at that. All right, this guy is a medical guy. We'll call him a quacker. I'll be nice. He's a doc. So let's hear what he's got to say. And he explains mortality rate, which is something that is not meant to scare, but to inform and educate. Just like, when you're preparing for tornadoes and everything else, you don't do it to scare people. You do it to make sure you're prepared and can survive. So all information is meant to educate and inform, not to scare. That being said, let's continue.
.com. Welcome to another MedCram update on the coronavirus for January 29, 2020. And overnight, what we've been looking at is the number of deaths reported has gone from 106 to 132, and the number of confirmed cases has gone up to 5,974. That's about a 32% increase in the number of confirmed cases overnight. Now, I want to make sure that we put this in perspective, because it's easy to kind of get lost in this. There is a little bit of a probably misunderstanding in terms of how accurate these numbers are. If anything, these numbers are probably underrepresented, and that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. And I say that with a little bit of trepidation in terms of being misunderstood. But if you're looking here, you're going to see that there is a ratio, okay? If you look at the number of deaths.
All right, what you can't see, and I'll explain it and I'll stop it. He's talking confirmed cases of coronavirus in the last 24 hours as of the date he posted this, which was early this morning. Yesterday it was at 106. Deaths, confirmed cases were 4,515. This morning it jumped to 132 at 5,974 cases. It's a 32% increase.
To the number of confirmed cases, you're going to get a general mortality rate of about 2.3% here on this particular day,
which is the day before yesterday.
The most recent data that we have is about the same at 2.2%. Here's the thing. Both the numerator here and the denominator need to be confirmed by testing to confirm that this is specifically from the 2019 coronavirus. And it's possible that we're undercounting in these areas. In fact, I think everybody agrees that we're undercounting here. There's probably more deaths than 132, and there's probably more than 5,974 confirmed cases. The question is where are we missing it? A death is a pretty obvious thing. It's hard to miss. The only question about whether or not it's from this virus or another particular virus. But it's really possible. And if you think about it, there could be cases out there of coronavirus.
Yes, Sandra. A point I made earlier, which I don't remember. I don't know if I made it while live. The very first reported case of this, which was not released to the general public, but has been published on a few private servers. The very first reported case was at the end of November. China put out that it was at the end of December. So based on numbers, those numbers, and some of the incubation periods and times that we're seeing currently by the numbers that are being represented, I'm estimating that we're 27 days behind actual numbers. The numbers that they're putting out on the one map, excuse me, is at the very least, 14 days behind. So in 14 days, we're going to see a drastic jump. Now, I did have another video, and it's not going to do any good to show that, just listen to the audio, because it is definitely a numbers oriented, and you have to see the numbers to correlate with it.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
Is that, can you send me the link to that? Because I might be able to put it up and
no,
share.
These are downloaded.
Downloaded. Okay.
3 of the 5 have already been taken off of YouTube because they reveal too much information. And I don't know who took them off, whether it was the actual person or somebody else, but they have been pulled off. Let's check my email real quick, see if Doc Bones got to me yet. Nope. Okay.
Yeah.
But excuse me. Here, I'll go ahead and put that one up. Go ahead and play.
Okay. Where do you want me to start it at?
Is that the one?
That's today's.
Go back to the one from the other day before yesterday, where he shows how to put the mask on and off.
Oh, mask. Okay. Give me a second. I'll pull up the masks.
Okay. I'll hide that one for a minute.
Okay. And Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, so it's masks part 1, right? Or part 2?
Part 2. All
Part
right.
2.
Answer the question. Urban prepper. Most last check I had was that 87% are in the age range of 50 or older. There are a few in their mid-30s who had severe cases of pneumonia when they contracted it, but there's disparity on whether or not they died from actual pneumonia or the coronavirus itself because the test results haven't come back yet. There has been 2 children that I am aware of. A 4-month-old and an 8-year-old are both deceased because of the coronavirus. Understand this though, until you're about 12 or 13, your immune system is still trying to develop, especially if you don't get shots. Now, I'm not a firm advocate of getting vaccinations, but I'm not going to give my opinion either direction. That being said, are you ready to go?
Okay, yeah, so I'll have to pull my thing. So there may be a slight echo. Let's see what happens here.
No problem.
Post podcasts and videos on medical preparedness. Together with my wife, Amy Alton, an advanced registered nurse practitioner, we are the authors of the Survival Medicine Handbook, now in its 3rd edition. Also, Alton's Antibiotics and Infectious Disease, the Layman's Guide, and the designer of an entire line of medical kits at store.doomandbloom.net. Recently, we discussed some important basics about face masks, an important part of your defense against airborne viruses and bacteria. Influenza, coronavirus, and many other infectious diseases enter your body through your mouth and nasal passages, and a good supply of masks will provide you with an ounce of protection that's worth a pound of cure. Since many epidemic diseases affect medical personnel, it's imperative to make sure you know how to properly place a face mask. So today we're going to go over the procedure to achieve a tight, protective fit. A proper seal is necessary to protect vulnerable areas like the nose and mouth. You're going to first clean your hands with soap and water or some kind of hand sanitizer before touching the mask at all. Then you're going to remove the mask from the package and make sure there are no obvious tears or holes on either side of the mask. You need to determine which side of the mask is the top. The side of the mask that has a stiff, bendable edge is the top that's meant to mold to the shape of your nose. Determine which side of the mask is the front. The colored side of the mask is usually the front and should face away from you, while the white side touches your face. If your face mask has ear loops like this one, what you're going to do is spread the mask open and press it to your face. Then place a loop around each ear. Then you're going to use both hands to press firmly on the nose piece. If you have a face mask with ties, which I actually don't have at the moment, what you're going to do is bring the mask to your nose level and then place the ties over the crown of your head and secure it with a bow. Then you'll take the bottom ties, one in each hand, and secure with a bow below the level of your ears. You'll pull the bottom of the mask over your mouth and chin to achieve a fit. Now, face masks with bands, that I got. Most N95s will have elastic bands. What you'll do is hold the mask in your hand with the nose piece at the top of the mask at your fingertips. You bring the mask to your nose and pull the top strap over your head so that it rests just over the crown. Then you're going to pull the lower strap over your head so that it rests at the nape of your neck below the level of your ears. Then you stretch it again and voila. Next, we're going to look at the excellent 1873M mask. This particular brand recommends placing the bottom band under the fold so that both bands are clearly separated. So you see that they are indeed very clearly separated, maybe a little easier to find than the previous mask that I just used. What you want to do is you want to bring the mask to your nose level and pull the top strap here over your head so that it rests over the crown. And then what you'll do is you'll find and take the bottom strap over your head so that it rests below the level of your ears. And there you have it. What you want to do is then stretch it so that it provides a proper seal. Whatever mask you use, you absolutely have to make a proper seal by pressing the nose piece of the mask with both hands so that it matches your face. You must then test the fit and seal of the mask by breathing in A slight indentation should occur in the sides of the mask with inhalation, and air should not escape the mask when you exhale. So feel for that air coming out. If that's the case, it may be difficult to achieve a solid seal and good protection. By the way, facial hair may make it difficult to achieve a solid seal, so you might have to say goodbye to that snazzy goatee that I have. Oh boy, that means I'm going to lose my goatee there. What do you think of that? Crazy baby. Crazy baby. That would be bad. Now, how to safely remove a face mask? First off, the important thing is to avoid touching the front of the mask, which we have to assume is contaminated. Only touch the ear loops, ties, or bands. If you have a face mask with ear loops on, just hold both of the ear loops and gently lift and remove the mask. If you have a face mask with ties, untie the bottom row first, and then untie the top row and pull the mask away from you as the ties are loosened. You may see TV doctors with dirty masks hanging on their chest, but the front of that mask is contaminated. It is wrong. How about face masks with bands like the one I have on right now? What you want to do is you want to lift the bottom strap over your head like this, and then pull the top strap, where is it? There it is, over your head and pull away. And you do it in such a way that you're not touching it with your hands. Then you dispose of the mask safely without touching the front, and you clean your hands with soap and water or hand sanitizer. Your eyes are also important to protect, as blood splatter and aerosol droplets can enter the body through the eyes. So you might want to have protective goggles. If this is the case, you want to place the protective goggles tightly over your eyes, adjust them so they're nice and tight. Some masks come with full face shields, as a matter of fact, that are built into the item. This one doesn't. So this one, what you would do is you would hold it and just place it over like this. The amount of personal protection gear depends on what kind of contagion that you're dealing with. The procedure, for example, when using coveralls is somewhat different, and the entire donning and doffing process is much stricter. It's important to know that different brands of personal protection gear have their own procedures. So when all else fails, read the instructions. You'll find more detailed instructions, by the way, on how to don and doff personal protection gear in our latest book, Alms, Antibiotics, and Infectious Disease, the layman's guide to available antibiotics in austere setting.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Let me get this back in front of my face.
Yeah.
Okay, to answer a couple quick questions here. Tibor, yes, it is a form of pneumonia. Regular pneumonia, the flu, is a coronavirus because it's shaped like a crown, as they call it. I think more like the sun with a bunch of solar tornadoes on it. That's my personal opinion. And the next one was, shoot, darn it, I lost it.
That was the one about who put it.
Susceptible to more. We have not figured that out yet. I'm not actually part of those who figuring it out. But anywho, it has not been stated yet. They do not know. There is still a lot of variables that are unknown with this because of the lag of information.
Yeah, that was, I found it. It's Sandra Martin was wondering if one is more susceptible to the virus if you've had pneumonia in the past.
Right. Yeah, that's
it depends. Part of that I've heard depends on how severe your pneumonia was. It's like certain people that have had certain other diseases where their lungs are now not at 100% because of the damage. You are a little bit more susceptible.
Right. Hence why that maybe the elderly people who have suffered pneumonia in the past are more susceptible to it because they've already got damage. That's a possibility. I haven't heard no concrete evidence saying either way yet. Let's see. Okay. I think that answers all the questions that were up there, I think. Let me go back a moment and check. And Tibor did make a comment. Fit is important. Yes. If you're not used to donning a mask, I would take and go get some painter's masks from Lowe's or Home Depot or Walmart to get used to using those style of loops and the metal piece that goes over the bridge of your nose. Learn how to fit it to your nose so it's flat, and then it comes all the way around to the bottom. Like Dr. Bowen says, you do not want any gaps anywhere. That's the most effective way. You also want to make, if you wear glasses normally, then you're a little better off than the people who don't normally wear them. But having a face shield or goggles, if it is in your area, I'm going to say is a must. But again, we're not doing fear porn here. We're not trying to fear monger anybody into going, that's not the point. The point is so you're prepared in the eventuality that it comes knocking on your door. And it looks like it's trying to knock on my door, but I'm not opening my door for it. I will lock my house down. But that's just to keep me and my son alive. Am I scared? No, not really. Not at the moment. And even if it does wind up in the county where I live, I don't go out much. And if it sounds like it might be anywhere near the school where my son's going to school, he won't be going to school. I'm not going to take the chance. He's only 8. His immune system isn't fully developed yet. So I'm not going to take that chance.
That was my daughter was saying this about a half hour ago when I was talking to her about the new numbers you were showing me before the broadcast began. First question, is it in Idaho? No. Good, because if it was, Eli's not going to school tomorrow.
Well, herein lies the problem, though. Like I stated the other day, I'm going to see if I can. I didn't save that one up. I turned it off like a goofy boy. There are 70 presumed possible cases here in the U.S., and they are all over the United States, not just one area or another one. They are all over the place. So I don't see it. Hold on, I'll go to history. But I will pull up the current live numbers for those who have joined recently. And let me see where they're at. And let's see what we got here. Okay, it's taking a moment. My computer's just old and slow.
Yeah, mine is acting up too now.
Maybe we're being censored.
Mm.
Oh no.
Yeah, YouTube's trying to slow us down to keep us from getting the truth out.
Yep. As you can see, the current number's there, and it's blurry, so it's still got to give it a moment to catch up here. Let's see if I do it this way. Go full screen with it, see what happens. Still blurry on my end.
Yeah, it's blurry on my end too.
All right. What it's showing on here in North America is showing 8 confirmed cases. There's 2 in Canada. It means there's 6 here in the US. And they're only reporting 5 in the US. So somewhere somebody forgot to tell me about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that 6th one is.
But
unless they're counting one of those ones in Ohio already.
God, I hope not. But hey, it's not in my hands, it's in God's hands. So
yeah.
But as you can see, 7892 compared to the map, which was showing 1600 and some, or 6000 and some, I mean.
6,165. I got it up on my side.
Hold on. We'll
toggle.
Switch over to that one. And I'm going to turn that other one off for now. Yeah. Maybe it'll catch up. But as you can see, there's a big disparity in numbers. So take everything we hear and see out there. Haven't seen anything in New Zealand yet, but that doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
Yeah. The thing I noticed here interesting on this map that I have up here, the total deaths is 133 and total recovered is 126. The recovering numbers are climbing faster than, it's like, I don't think so.
Well, Sandra, herein lies the major problem. If these numbers that we're looking at, and that includes the ones from Gil's map and my map, or my numbers, if those numbers are 14 days behind, then there's a lot more going on than we know. Okay. And like I say, I'm not saying anything to scare people. It's meant to educate. Because if you're not educated, you can't protect yourself. It's just like driving a car. You don't just jump in a car and drive with it. You have to go learn.
Yeah.
Ryan the Gamer says children and adults with special needs will have problems with being sick. That is true. And they are more susceptible because their immune systems are at a lower level.
Okay. Bruce, it's more along it's more along the lines of they're not telling you everything. They're trying not to create panic. They're trying to downplay it a little bit, so that everybody doesn't freak out and panic. And we have run on the stores, people, saying I'm not coming in for the next month, and just start crashing our economy.
Right, because if you go and watch the financials and you check and see what's happening to China as far as their markets are dropping, and they're dropping like rocks in a river. They're tumbling downstream, and until this is nipped in the bud, until they get a handle on exactly what it is, what they got to do to corral it and put it in check. Hold on. I think it's a natural event. I actually think it falls within biblical parameters, but I'll save that view for another day. If you actually go watch my Monday video from Destiny Christian Ministries, you'll catch part of my view.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. It is not a weaponized virus.
No.
That they put out there. If anything, if it's not a naturally occurring, it's them trying to find a cure for it. They found the virus. They were working on it at their level 4 lab there, and somebody didn't follow procedures and carried it out. But it's not a weaponized virus. No, it's a naturally occurring virus. But whether it was occurred naturally from, like they were saying, it traveled from animals such as, and getting into the bats and all the talk about their open markets and how unsanitary the open markets are. We don't know. No one knows.
Kathy, welcome.
Hey, Kathy. But yeah, so there's a lot that our government doesn't know, and so they may be downplaying a lot of the stuff to try to keep everyone from freaking out to fear porn and doing stupid stuff. There's no need to go running out and right now and buying a year's worth of food. Why? If you have the money, you can do it, and it's not going to impact you. Not a bad idea, but it's nothing to go out in fear and just buy something to say, I'm prepared now.
All right, I do have a video, and I am going to show bits and pieces of it before it gets yanked off the webs. I didn't get a chance to download this one yet because it just popped up.
Is it on YouTube?
No, I'll take that back. This isn't the one that just popped up. This is actually from the 26th. So let me get past this commercial that's on here real quick, and I'll share it. And yes, it is YouTube. And I'm going to skip through bits and pieces of it because there's some of it that's irrelevant. And the fact that there's a bunch of swearing and cussing, and I don't want that on my channel. So here is the first part. And this is from a nurse who is actually working over there.
10点半已经下班了，4点多钟下班，已经在那里崩溃了半天了，身体那种感染。有个电视那里报道的。
Again, take with what's being said with a grain of salt.
蛮多，他们医生出来的估计大概有
10
万人。我们今天那里10几个医生，一天都看了100多个。
Yes,
蛮多都已经不行了，没得位置住，然后加上这里的老在政府里，不是说在你们那里治吗？但是政府让我们开始治，根本什么物资都没有，他们想办治安都办不了。我觉得后续完全不行，我们在那上一天班，整个人的心里都快崩溃了。 都已经受不了了。他们在那求我们的时候，我们都一点办法都没得，就看到一个好生生的人，叫他慢慢的都不行。所以你们在屋里一定要做好防护，千万不要真的是相信政府。我觉得都。
I think we can all agree on that last statement she made. Don't
This was,
trust the government.
Sent to me by a subscriber who claims to be from China, and if this is the case, man, I really wish to you the best. I can't possibly imagine what it is you're going through right now. And social media is filled.
Oops.
And it used to be under the Iron Curtain. Do you know how long it took since Chernobyl exploded until people from Romania found out about the news? It was months. And even then, the extent of the problem was suppressed by the authorities. They said, like, oh, yes, it exploded, but everything is under control now. It wasn't. And don't even get me with the iodium pills, which were necessary for children to take after the explosion. And they still haven't delivered them. So I know how communist governments work. I know how governments that can have the power to control the press work. And I know how authoritative regimes want to create.
And actually, the only reason I'm showing this part is it shows an actual inside of the hospital during the first week of the actual outbreak.
At all. Especially since in 2003, China dealt.
All right. And the reason I wanted you to see that was from the first week of actual reported information coming from China. That's all I'm going to show from that. That first week, there were people laying on the floor. They were not dead, contrary to what other YouTubers have stated. They were just laying down because there's no beds. You've seen people on stretchers, people lined up waiting with people in hazmat suits. That's week one, okay? Week one of actual current reporting. Okay, if that's week one, and they announced last week they're building 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 brand new hospitals at an exponentially sped up rate, that means the numbers we're getting are definitely nowhere near what's actually happening. Okay.
Yeah, the hospitals I heard about are 1,000 beds each.
The first one is 1,000. The second one is 1,100. The third one is also 1,000. At least that's the numbers I've been able to find. The first one is about half done, and it should be completed by this coming Monday, which is what they're hoping for. At the rate they're building, I don't see that being an issue. But there's 3 being built, 2 in Hubei province and 1 in another province, I think, to the northwest. But I'm not going to swear to that because I don't remember. Like I said, 16 hours worth of research is murder on the brain.
Tibor, the videos, some of those videos, as soon as they're up, we can pull them and download them to our computers.
Yep.
So that's how we're maintaining some of these videos that are being pulled, because we're downloading the video itself off of YouTube and saving the video itself.
Yep. And what I will do is I will take the 5 that I've got stored on my computer, and I've got so many videos I'm trying to get put out, for the reviews. I've got another church video I need to get working on tonight or tomorrow, but I will take the 5 videos I got and I will take and piece together another short video of them, just so you guys can actually have some of the content before it gets pulled off of my channel. And who did I just read? What?
Yeah.
Good grief, heavens. You're there to hit the trolls. Hopefully nobody says anything mean. Yeah, that's the point where I'm trying to make. A lot of the information that I've seen in the last 16 hours is gone. And it's hard for me. That's why I saved the 5 that I did. Because if I say, boo-hoo, get off the pot, the color was green, and then there's suddenly no video to back that up, you guys aren't going to believe what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to cause issues. I want you guys to have the proper information so you're informed enough that when you hear these other YouTubers going around saying, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world. No, it's not the end of the world yet. At least not according to the Bible. And that's the only book I care about. That being said, when they're spouting off and they're doing all this other crap and they're secretly saying, hey, you need to go buy my stuff so I can go get my gear. No, tell them to go buy their own dang stuff. You ain't got to support them.
Yeah.
What you got, Gil?
No, I was just looking at the one about the Lawrence Hospital quarantines, possible coronavirus patients. I'm just looking at some of the, making sure my other videos are still, all the videos I've saved so far off on the side here from news organizations are still up. So I haven't lost all of mine yet. So I'm just going through and looking at the different ones here in my coronavirus folder. And those two are doom and bloom. That's doom and bloom. I think. What's this one? No, this is the, this one's still there? Or is it gone?
Yes, Heavens. Now that you are a Smurfette, you can post links. Hills of West Virginia. I will address that one right now. The answer to that is no. Why do I say no? Because if you look at the book of Revelations and you correlate it with just two other books, Daniel and Ezekiel, you realize that no horses are riding yet. Okay? Not yet. That doesn't mean it isn't going to happen soon. Just remember the fact that plagues are a form of judgment. Okay? And that's biblical. And if you go back and watch the video I put up on Monday from Destiny Christian Ministries, my pastor goes over it and he lists many other instances to back that statement up. Yeah, if you can find masks right now, and I'll give you a heads up, Gil tried to order some today and he thought it was going to be short, and guess what? It's not short.
Yeah, I ordered some last night. I ordered them, and last time when I ordered them, it said it was going to be like in 2 or 3 week delivery time. Now it's not until the end of March, 1st of April before they're going to get here.
Well, I hope she comes, Heavens.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
that's another thing that Sandra just brought up. There's locusts, and I don't have the link. I didn't.
Yeah. The link from the British Columbia Health official announcements is from yesterday is still up. They're not pulling that one down.
Okay, just a moment.
Pause that. Yeah, because I've been sorry, I was lax. I should have been pulling all my all the videos here that I could. But yeah, everything else I have, I got already. I've already downloaded. I've downloaded a bunch, but there were a couple that I hadn't downloaded.
I'm going to share a picture, a scary picture, but not meant to scare you, but to inform you. And while I wait for it to pop up, wait.
That looks like from the movie Bug's Life, the grasshopper invasion.
That is from Kenya.
Oof.
Okay. Right now, there is a locust swarm, not many, one giant one that's covering 4 areas down in South Africa, or Africa. I mean, whatever. Anywho, it is the largest one in the last 70 plus years, and it's growing. Just so you are aware. Okay, and yeah, guess what? That's biblical as well. It's one of the many plagues. Tibor, this swarm is larger. Go look it up. Just go do some research. Don't take my word for it. And as with anything that I put up here, don't rely on just what I say or what Gil says or anybody else in the side chat says. Go do a little bit of research. It only takes a few mouse clicks and 10 minutes to either verify or debunk whatever we're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
And I do what the best I can, but you know what? I'm human. I make mistakes. And when I find out I've made a mistake, I'll be the first one to admit it. But that's why I do so much research. So when I come up here and tell you guys that is the largest swarm of locusts in the last 70 plus years, there's information to back it up. My pastor wasn't even aware of it until I mentioned it to him. So, I sit at home all day long. I have nothing better to do than do research on various things,
Yeah.
Call me a kook, whatever, but that's what it is.
Yeah, Sierra says, do your own research and cross-reference.
And if I see anything that's biblical, grab your Bible and go check it out. Because if what I say is not biblical, the Bible will prove it.
Yeah.
Lori, if you want to eat locusts, be my guest. I know they're full of protein, but I'm not eating them doggone giant grasshoppers.
Howie will. He says they're good eating.
He can have that. Hey, I'll let him have all he wants. Okay. He can have the locusts, and I'll dig underneath the ground and grab a few radishes if there are any left.
Yeah.
I'll eat the radishes. He can eat the locusts.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the N95 N99 mask I was trying to get, I ordered today because the other one's taken until March. It says March 9th to April 16th. And it makes me think they're coming from China. But that's usually when stuff comes, when stuff's that far out, it's coming from China. But the N99 mask I ordered today with Prime was supposed to, Prime is supposed to be 2-3 days to get here. Arriving February 12th or 13th.
And this all goes back to one key thing that every preparedness-minded person should do. When you can, stock up on the oddball. All right, most of us know that there may be a dust particles or something if an SHTF event happens. But masks are the non-pretty, non-glorious thing that we all need to have, but very few of us actually have a bunch of. Okay, back when SARS came out, or not SARS, Ebola, I mean, 2 years ago when Ebola struck real hard down south, I thought then, you know what? Don't know if it's 100% effective, but I'm going to pick up a couple masks just in case, if it ever gets up here. I have those masks now because of that concern. I wasn't flipping out. I wasn't scared. I just made sure I was prepared. That's the main reason I'm putting this video out tonight. You know, Gil's come up here voluntarily and graciously joined us, and I appreciate that a lot. And I appreciate all you coming out here. But it's to inform and educate, not to scare. I want you guys to live longer than them snowflakes who are living 2 or 3 doors down from you. And if I could, I'd ship them to Canada and bring all the good people from Canada down here. They can go up and play with Trudeau. Anywho, you ready for me to share that, Gil?
I'm sorry. That just tickled me funny.
Yeah, I know. We've already got a couple that want to move down here. We need to get rid of some of ours so they have room to move.
Yeah. We can send Gavin Newsom, governor of California, up there. He'll keep Trudeau happy.
All right, you ready for me to share that, or
share what?
Your screen.
I'm just looking at some of the masks here, other things here. But I have a bunch of, when I work construction, I got a bunch of the North full face and half face construction respirators with the 2 filters on it. I got a bunch of filters. I was just looking to see how long it's going to take me to get extra HEPA filters for it. Yeah, because these HEPA filters are better than N95.
Right.
So I was just kind of wondering, to see, how long it's going to take me to get these arriving. Oh, this one's arriving February 4th and 6th.
Hold on. Let me share it with everybody.
Yeah.
There you go.
So this is the cartridge that goes on the mask. And this is for 5 pairs of it. It's $34 with free shipping. So add to cart. But the mask that goes on.
All right, I'm going to.
Is this bad boy here. Or a similar one to it. And it just they screw on the sides right there.
Mm-hmm. And
so like this is a medium and it's a $91 for this mask. But this mask will last. This is a hazmat mask, basically. It'll last years.
And that's everything you need, with the exception of your ears. And
Yeah.
you can walk around with them soft earplugs in to protect your ears as well.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hide that so nobody else
Yeah.
can get any more of your personal information.
Yeah. And let's see what this says here.
Yeah, Tibor's correct as well with that one. I'll throw that out there just in case somebody's watching this later and doesn't know what we're talking about. HEPA filters for your furnace. That's almost a must in this day and age, at least where I live. And unfortunately, my heaters are baseboard heaters, so I don't get to put no filters on my stuff. I
Yeah.
get to suck in the dusted debris from AK steel all day long. One of the reasons I cough a lot. Because that stuff has got metal particles in it, and it's smoke and soot, and yeah.
The
one of the
problem
many
is-
reasons I want to move the hell out of Ohio.
The problem with the HEPA filters is when you put a HEPA filter into a furnace, a HEPA filter is harder to draw air through, and it does cause your furnace to work harder, and your circulation of your air is not going to be as good. They make special units that are bigger to go in that area. That way it has more surface area, so you get the same flow through it, but you're getting the, that you're getting the HEPA filter done on it. But yeah, if you put it just in what you have right now, it could cause problems, but it's better than a poking an eye with a sharp stick.
Annie, which ones are you referring to? The HEPA filters for your furnace or the filters you put on your face?
And I'll just add for real quick. If she's talking about the ones that I was just showing there, it's got threaded outlets on the mask, and you just put it on there. And you just screw it on. Put the other one on. Screw it on. If you're talking about furnaces, most furnaces, if you could go down to the furnace unit where the return air is coming back to the furnace, there is usually a filter that slides that in and out, and you should be changing those every 3 months minimum.
The ones you wear on your face depends on how often you use them.
Yeah.
And see, T-Board just verified what I just stated. I'll throw it up there so somebody watching can see it. And let's put it this way. At night, when there's no traffic on the road I live on, I can hear their dozers running constantly. I hear the train leaving and coming and going from it constantly. After being here 10 years, I'm kind of used to the sounds, so they don't bother me anymore. But, it's a fun place to live. I want to move.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons I got out of California, because the county I was in, Contra Costa County, had Chevron's refinery, Union 76 had a refinery there, Shell Oil had a refinery there, Tosco had an independent refinery, and then Avon had an independent refinery. There's 5 refineries just on the coastline of the Delta in Contra Costa County. And Chevron was notorious for having chlorine leaks.
Yep. All right. I've kind of ignored the little cats that are running around the room in here. The kitties are playing while the mice are not paying attention. They're talking about drinks. And they're not sharing those drinks with us.
Brandy, brown sugar. Okay, Lori.
Hot toddy.
And Heaven's Essentials.
Just kidding, girls. Sort of.
More power to you. I don't drink, so it doesn't bother me.
I
drink.
Kahlua. That's the only thing I'll drink anymore is Kahlua. I don't drink beer anymore. Gave that up a long time ago.
I drink water.
Hey, it's see-through.
Yeah, it's see-through.
Sandra, Michigan is actually where I want to go back to, because I've got, a church family up there that can help me out more than I can get down here. Because right down here, getting a ride to the grocery store is near impossible. I have to beg, plead, offer usually $20 to go a mile. That's how bad it is down here. Up there, yeah, it'll take $20 to get to the store, because where I want to move to is that far away from a store. But at least I'd be out there. I could do more reviews, more camping related stuff. And I wouldn't have to worry about neighbors driving me absolutely, positively, completely stinking nuts.
Yeah. which is another reason I moved from California.
I'm not saying Michigan's any better than Ohio as far as the political climate, but at least up there, I know people. And if I can get out on a property by myself, I can actually survive a little bit better. I don't have to worry about somebody trying to break in my door in the middle of the night. So any other comments, concerns, questions about the virus that we can address here real quickly? Or locusts?
Okay.
I've already seen a couple recipes on how to fry up locusts to make them taste good. I just honestly don't think I can do it. Just being honest.
Now,
Hey, Howie, just to address what Howie just said, that's only the tip of the iceberg of what's going to happen. And, you know, it says starve to death. But I hazard to guess that it's more in line to do with Fukushima and a rad count that we are starting to see grow quickly. Hey, Lori, I've got enough food here to last me and Charles for 1.5 years right now. I literally have no place to put canned goods. I am out of space. I want to move someplace where I can have storage. I cannot have a storage unit here.
Yeah.
And I have people offering to give me more and more canned goods. It's like, I don't need no more. I have no more room. And they throw them on my doorstep. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the there are a bunch of industrial face masks to use that you can get out there. You can get the full face, you can get the half face. Yeah, but they're expensive. But like I said, I got several full face ones and a bunch of half face masks, North brand, because when I was working hazmat, that was the only brand that was allowed on site on a hazmat job, because it was the only one that passed all the NIOSH and all the other, you know, regulatory agencies standards to be used on a hazmat site.
Okay, you honestly do not know what Fukushima is, Kathy.
You want me to dig that one?
I've already got it up, and I'll just post a link to it. I mean, she's good at posting links, but I think I'm going to beat her this time. Aha! Tried. Let's see if it worked. Yep, I beat her to it. Hot dang. But there you go. Take a look at that. That is the Wikipedia on the Fukushima nuclear disaster. And it goes into small detail of what actually happened and leaves out many key details.
Yeah, it leaves out a lot.
As in the rad count currently affecting Washington, British Columbia, California, Oregon,
Alaska,
Mexico. But we won't discuss that because that's a taboo subject. I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, Sandy, where I want to move is right dead center of the mitten.
Yeah. She's saying that on Lake Erie, the bugs are very few compared to past years.
Yep, and that's because of the algae growth. No, it's old news.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's very old news.
Hey, T-Bar, the other place where you can pick them up, and some people say it's more expensive, but they're guaranteed to have them. That's Granger.
Mm-hmm.
Granger Supply.
Excuse me.
But it's like, you know, I was just looking on Amazon here, all the different ones. I mean, you know, the prices ranging for basically the same mask, ranging anywhere from so I got $129 to that's 5,400.
Let me share that.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
this is the 5,400 series. This is the 7,600. I have Mine are all 7600 series. You know, yeah, down here, 7600 series, 170, the 5400 series. Now, the reason why the 7600 series is more expensive, that is hazmat rated. The other ones you can't use with sulfuric acid stuff and everything, but you can. It's good for just about anything else. It's definitely good for viruses. It's sealed tight. You just screw on the filters like those on there, and you put on the purple ones. The purple and green ones the purple is the HEPA, the green is organic fumes. So this is like for use for pesticides and stuff. But they have all sorts of different ones: particle, P100, particle filter, so your HEPA and a charcoal filter, or you can just get the HEPA filters by themselves.
Mm-hmm. I just want the ones I had in the military.
Yeah. But yeah, there's
rated.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's one place that I can almost guarantee a lot of people are not looking yet, and I'm going to go look and check. And if they're not, I will share the information with you. So go ahead and keep chatting, Gil, while I go search.
Now, if you're really scared about it, this filter right here, this $49 filter, is a chemical, biological, nuclear. Yeah, that's the big bad boy. Those are $49 each. Or but you have there are other ones you can find out here. Peel away lenses and stuff for your mask. You can get for the this little matte filter here. This is a little thing that clips on over these, and see, like right here, see that little ring there? That's where it clips on, so it gives an extra throwaway filter, a HEPA filter to throw away, and so it extends the life of your filters. There's half face masks. There are 3M and uses basically the same threads for it. So yeah, there's the North ones I have. So. And they're, really good to get a nice tight seal fit around your face. But yeah, so if this becomes a bad situation where there are people in your area and they're, your county health officials are throwing up notices about, sheltering in place. You want one of these full face ones if you have to go out. Thing is, so when you get home, you just wear that sucker in the shower and you just wash it off with soapy water before you pull it off. Granted, these filters would have to be thrown away. Uh-oh.
Yep, I stole the screen. It's mine now.
Okay, it's yours.
Okay, folks. This is on eBay, and you want to search gas mask Militaria, military style. These are cheaper. They take the same filters as the ones he's just showed you. And these, look at the dates, guaranteed by relatively quickly.
Yeah, they will be gone.
Yeah, because if it starts hitting home real hard, real fast, these are going to disappear fast because these are military rated. These are NBC, nuclear, biological, and chemical related, with the exception of this one here. This is just a regular respirator. But the ones like this is NBC rated. Okay. NATO gas mask filter, sealed, stuff like that. Okay. But always make sure you check the threads on the ones you're getting. So when you buy new filters, you buy the appropriate thread, because each one of these takes different threads. I mean, look at this one. It's old Russian style. You breathe through here, goes up this tube into your face.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these are an option if things go completely bad. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Some of these are Israeli. Israeli ones are usually the cheaper, but they are coming from Israel. They will take longer. Do we have that kind of time? I honestly do not know. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Right there. Okay, enough of that.
Yeah. Now, this is not fear mongering here, guys. This is just general. education of what's out there, options.
Lori.
So yeah, it's not an instant thing. So yeah, go ahead and close some of these windows down, and maybe I will speed back up here.
Yeah, you've been, lagging a wee bit.
Okay, I'm gonna close that big map.
Yeah, that's a resource hog.
Yeah. Yes, it may be my blue screen causing problems. Yeah, my computer is getting a little warm, so I'm going to kill my blue screen. So, my green screen rather. None. There we go. Yeah, that's what it was. Now I'm moving more. Yeah, I need to get actually a desktop that can handle all the graphics of doing the green screen.
Yeah, my laptop does it somewhat, but it is what I've got. I can't rebuild my desktop unless I got about $200, and I don't have it right now, so I'm not rebuilding it.
Did Lori say goodnight?
Yeah, it looks like Howie's saying goodnight as well. So good night, Howie. Good night,
Good night, Howie. Good night, Lori. But yeah, the thing, preparedness is one step at a time. Don't let some of these fear-mongering clickbait channels scare you into going out and spending money you don't have.
It's just like we stated last night's live, Gil's live stream about the books, or Will's live stream.
Will's.
Yeah, it was Will's.
Yeah.
Was it last night? No, last night was yours, and it was the books.
Yeah, but last night was mine, the books.
But that's what I'm referring to.
Monday night on Will's was the personal protective equipment.
Right, but I'm referring to last night's the books.
Yeah.
No, we all buy books to get educated. We have books to keep us prepared in the emergency or the eventuality that what we're using right here, right now, the internets are gone. That's the same reason to have PPE, personal protective equipment. Just on the off chance we need it. I got mine for a different reason, but I still have it. I'm glad I got it. Now, do I have everything I want? Not really. I'd like another box of gloves, a Tyvek suit or 4. In all honesty, if it gets to where we are shelter in place, if we have to shelter in place and you have to go out, you're going to have to change that Tyvek suit every time you go out. You're going to need to set up a decon room before you enter your home, be that some sort of shelter that you build outside your house or a mud room in your house that you plastic completely off. You don't just plastic off the doorways, you plastic the walls, the ceiling, you put plastic over everything. You build a decon room. Yeah. Simple decon is I think it's 8 drops of bleach per gallon of water. That's a very simple. There's probably better recipes out there, and I would research that just so you have that knowledge in the eventuality that happens. I'm not saying you better go buy 20 gallons of bleach and 500 gallons of water and 22 gallons of or rolls of Tyvex and Visqueen and everything else. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying get the knowledge in advance so that if it does happen, you are prepared enough with the knowledge that you can build these things if you need them.
Yeah.
Don't go ahead. I'll stop. Go ahead.
Yeah, there was on FEMA's independent studies, the IS site, they had a course on there about building a shelter in place decon room, talking about the size of Visqueen you need to have, not using duct tape, and not that you don't use the cheap duct tape. You get like the Gorilla tape or some of the really good duct tape, the really real duct tape. And you want to use on floors, you want to use the thicker Visqueen because that's going to take the wear and tear of walking on it, and you'll want to double layer it.
In my personal opinion, I would get the 6 or 8 mil black Visqueen for floors. Because that way you'll see anything that's on that floor. You'll see droplets of water. You'll see droplets of dust. You'll see everything that falls on that floor. And if it becomes to where you have to, have a sterile environment or a decon room, in my personal opinion, and I'm not a doctor and I didn't do all the research that they did, just my personal opinion, you're going to want to be able to see anything that hits that floor.
Yeah.
And you're going to want to make sure that when you're done, there's nothing on that floor that your bare feet are going to track into your house.
Yeah. In back in California, Contra Costa County, because of all those refineries and then chemical recycling places and stuff, the Community Emergency Response Team program there, run by the C8, was heavily into shelter in place training for everyone, and there was constant free classes going on how to build these things, how to seal off your house. But we're not talking about the chemical agents that'll seep through and kill you dead like chlorine gas. But when you come in from the outside, if you had to go to the store and there's people in the store hacking and sneezing and stuff, you can try avoiding them, but the air currents is going to take particles, spittle particles in the air. And so, yeah, if you have a mud room that has the washer and dryer in it, perfect. Keep that sucker on hot. And you may also want to turn up the temperature on your hot water heater a little bit so that when you're washing the clothes and stuff, it's good. But Tyvek suits, let's see, throw this up real quick here, Dave. This is just a Sam's Club. These are the natural gloves. I usually pick up these 2-pack, but you can get the 2,000 count ones, which are a lot, bigger size. But these are the same quality gloves, and they're, the 2-pack at Sam's Club. Just about every Sam's Club has them. Good to get. Okay, go ahead and drop that.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah. Okay, and Tyvek. Tyvek suits. Okay, you can throw that back up now. All right, Harbor Freight Tyvek suit, $6.49. Home Depot, $18. Amazon for a bunch of them is $140. This is a whole bunch of this is the heavy duty ones too. Disposable white suits you can get from the restaurants. This is probably all you really need. It's just the cheaper ones, but yeah. The Harbor Freight ones are probably good enough. If you get the ones with the hoods on them, a little bit better. They're the main purpose of it is to keep the stuff on it, not off your clothes. So you don't have to be washing your clothes every time. That way you can peel it off when you come in, put it in the trash when you come in the house. If you have to go out, if it is that situation going on where it's become a epidemic in your area.
My personal opinion, if it gets that bad to where we are shelter in place, you do not want to leave the house unless it is a life or death situation.
Yeah.
It is best. That's why, again, this is far outside the normal realm of possibility. We're talking shouldn't happen. We pray it don't happen. But on the severe off chance of the 0.00001% chance it does happen, having everything in place and the knowledge on how to do it beforehand is implicitly important.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're learning everything you can learn. Knowledge is power. Yeah. Even if you're seeing bad reports out of the news, and they're not giving all the pertinent information, you're still learning something from what you're hearing.
Yeah. The other thing to consider too is the amount of time that you may, if it gets that bad, how much food do you have? How, you don't go out and spend everything right now, all your money, on it, but there are certain, simple, cheap things you can get to extend your food supply in your house if you haven't prepped properly already.
Thank you,
From
Kathy.
from Costco. Oh, yep, there's some stuff from Costco. You have you can get bag at Sam's Clubs. You can get 50 pound bags of rice. If you don't want the rice, you can go to, like, I know Smart and Final has their First Street big old box of instant rice. And we have, trying to count, probably about 20 of those boxes, because sometimes we don't want to spend a lot of time cooking. And we got into that at Scout, using it cooking for Scout Camp, but there's things you can do just a little at a time. Just start getting a little bit of stuff you can use multiple ways. Rice, you can use rice multiple ways. It can be used to extend a lot of foods and stuff.
Mix a little rice and some chipped beef or chicken or chunked beef or whatever. You can make a meal, and instead of running out of your beef and rice or beef in one meal, damn, words are hard some days. You can make that beef, that 1 pound of beef stretch 2-3 days if you mix it with rice and some lentils or something like that and make a soup out of it. And I want to address Tibor real quick. Your comment there. You know what? If did I say if it gets that bad, one of the first things you're going to have to worry about is people's mental state. It's going to cause panic. It's going to cause people to go nuts. So if you can do something and other people see you doing it and ask what you're doing, it may just give them peace of mind and get them to get involved as well. They may start doing the same thing. The less people that go spastic crazy, if it happens, the better off we all are. Because if you got neighbors beating on your door because you suited up your house, they seen it, and all of a sudden they're spastic crazy because they don't know what's going on. That's a hazard to you and your family. If you're doing it and they see it and they ask questions, you say, look, I'm doing this, we're sheltering in place, and I'm just trying to make sure my family's safe by doing this. They're going to ask how you doing it, and they're going to want to try and do it. And they're going to ask, can you help? Offer a little bit of help. Don't give up your last bottom dollar to help them, obviously, but do what you can to help. The more knowledge you spread, the safer your entire area is going to be.
Yeah.
Now, if it comes to sheltering in place here, unfortunately, I'm SOL unless I plastic my walls, floors, and ceiling, because there are gaps between each one of these apartments. The couple years ago, the lady next to that side of me, who's no longer here, she had bed bugs. When they finally came in to spray after 2 months, I actually had to put wet towels on my floorboard on that side of the apartment, both upstairs and downstairs, to make sure the bugs didn't decide to run into my apartment. Okay. I am SOL. If it gets that bad and they get infected, I am in trouble. I want to move.
Okay, guys, get out a pen or pencil and a piece of paper. I'm going to give you a simple recipe. It is a favorite at Scout Camp. It's been a favorite in our family for years.
Okay, I'm going to go get me coffee while you do that.
Okay. It's very simple. It's a way to make a pound of hamburger go a lot farther. Basically, you ground up your pound of hamburger. You go and you get, 3 to 6 cups of instant rice. Make sure you have a pan or a pot big enough to handle all this. Once you ground up your hamburger, you put in the hamburger in there. You put in, go any way you want on this. You can do whatever type of canned beans you want, whether they're navy beans, black beans, pinto beans, whatever, or a bunch of each of them. You start adding it into it. This is sort of like a stone soup recipe. You can do anything you want with it. Throw some cans of beans in there. Throw in your rice. Put in your on your water. Short it back forever how much water you think is in your cans of beans. Throw in a couple cans of diced tomatoes. Get some taco seasoning or chili seasoning. Throw it in there. Spice it up a bit. Cook it all up. You can even throw it. If you have canned corn, throw in a couple cans of canned corn. Mix it all up. It'll be a big bowl, and it'll last you. Probably a family of four. That'll last 2-3 days. That's what we used to do. And with our family, we had 2 teenage boys that ate a lot, and they loved this stuff. So yeah, it's one way you can take using just simple rice to really extend what started out originally as a hamburger helper recipe my wife was trying to copy because the boys loved it, and she was tired of paying the exorbitant cost of hamburger helper, so she made it on her own. And we started playing with it, adding stuff to it, extending it, making it more healthy, adding the the diced tomatoes and then the beans and then the corn to it. So there's a lot of things you add to it. In fact, my youngest son, he threw in a bag of spinach into it one time because he wanted some spinach in there. So, like I said, it's like a stone soup recipe. You can add stuff to it, but you work it out, and the way you eat it, you can have on a tortilla. You can have in a bowl with chips. You can just eat it plain in a bowl. You can do whatever. You spread it out on hard and tacos. Eat it in a taco shell, whatever. But it's a real versatile recipe. We called it Southwest Survival Mix, and because we put in a lot of chili, people add more chili, actually add chilies to it and stuff. But we put in taco seasoning and stuff like that. It's really, really neat. I've shared this a couple times on different channels, mainly with the homesteading channels. But yeah, it's great. I mean, you get a lot of mileage out of your meat that way. And if you're out of hamburger, one of the things we stock up from Costco has the 6-pack or 8-pack of the large, the tuna can size round, but they're taller, of the chicken and the beef. And we still have a bunch of that in our food storage as well.
Question. Henry Emerson Droning, is that the Omega Survival Supply up in Dayton, Ohio? If it is, and you guys haven't been there, I will go get the link to them right now. Because if you want to talk about a nice guy who is very honest, willing to help you out, and boy, mine seems awful quiet. There we go. Omega Survival Supply is my favorite store. I just can't get there right now.
Okay, Ryan put in there, Lowe's also has Tyvek prices, and he lists some of the prices there for their Tyvek suits. Sandra's right, ground turkey, ground pork. Those of you that could do hunting, if you have ground venison, hey, that works great in that recipe I just gave.
All right, folks, I'm going to post a link to Omega Survival Supply. When I had transportation, it was a store I made sure I visited at least once a month. I'm not going to get into the guy's true name. You'll find that out if you contact him and talk to him. But he will do his best to make sure you have the information you need to get the stuff you need. And he is very competitive on pricing. By all means, if nothing else, at least go over and check the store out and try and get something. Just help the guy out. He used to help me out on my other channel. He gave me a few things to review, and I have no fault with the store or the owner. So,
Anna,
chance and go out and check him out, please.
Anna, we at Scout Camp, we tried pumping all the protein we could into those scouts because they run it off. They burn the energy like you wouldn't believe. And if you're in a situation where you got to do a lot of hard work and stuff, you're going to need the protein, you're going to need carbs. Yeah, you're going to need a lot of stuff. But, it's like, we got, so I got like 800 pounds of Navy beans stored in a cargo container here. I've got cases on cases of the different canned beans that I've picked up when it's on sale, a little at a time. And so, we have plenty for our families. We have plenty of the protein, but we've got the 5-gallon buckets of that we filled up with rice. We've got bunches of those. We've got lentils. There's so much stuff you can do, and just because something you've never heard of something going together, doesn't mean it's not good. Be surprised what you can make, and it's actually, whoa, this is actually pretty tasty. When I was growing up, the biggest favorite meal we had that was a bulk meal was called mori mori, ground beef, a couple of those 2-pound packages of extra wide egg noodles, corn, spaghetti sauce. We split the patches because some of us didn't like the olives in there. Some of us loved the olives in there. So yeah, we could do a lot of things with them.
And another thing to keep in your supplies is shelf stable spices. Because you know what? Sometimes you can come up with a recipe that just looks great, smells great, but tastes kind of bland. Throw a little bit of spicing in. I'm not talking just salt and pepper. Have some paprika, some cinnamon, various different spices.
Cumin.
That can take a bland meal and make it taste out of the world, and you're going to be more apt to eat it. Because when things hit the fan, if it does, it gets to the point where you got to start eating your preps. It's going to get boring pretty dang fast. Having some spices is going to ease that boredom exponentially. I've got chili powder, I got paprika, I got cayenne, I've got regular pepper, I've got white pepper, I've got salt, garlic, sea salt. I mean, I got too much, but I've got it just in case.
Both those recipes I gave out, I forgot an important ingredient that goes on after it's cooked. Grated cheese.
Anna, try that very same recipe over toast. Try it over toast. You think it's good over rice? Try it over some toast.
Or over spaghetti, or over broad egg noodles, or macaroni noodles. A lot of stuff goes. I mean, hey, how do you think Chili Mac came about? Someone took a can of a package of macaroni and cheese and threw a can of chili in with it.
Yeah, I should have patented that 40 some years ago.
Yeah,
because that was one of my comfort foods. My mom worked third shift at a bar. And so it was just me and my little brother. I was babysitting him. I was 12. I put macaroni and cheese in a bowl one day, and I didn't have anything else. So I threw some. Yeah, Anna, you're right. It's almost exactly what it is. Only SOS is actually chip beef on a shingle.
Yeah.
Good old fashioned military standard SOS. But I took a pound of hamburger and a can of chili and threw that on the stove, and my little brother mixed it together. So I tried it. So I mixed mine together. So we had chili and macaroni and cheese, and we mixed it together, and I should have patented it. Damn it. I could have been rich.
Back before I was born. So we're talking early 50s, late 40s. My mom worked at the original Bob's Big Boy Hamburger down in Glendale, California. And back then, one of the signature dishes they had was spaghetti with chili and a slice of American cheese on it. And that's been around for, over 60 years, because I am 62. Well, with your ground beef, you don't drain it. There's some of your fats.
And you can save some of that fat as well. I mean, you want to strain it so it's pure fat. You don't want no meat stuff left in it, or it will start to go rancid. You want to save just the grease itself.
Yeah. And if you like the canned beef and the canned chicken, there is some fat in with it when it's packaged. But then again, your other fats are oils and stuff like that. Olive oil, very healthy fat. I wish Howie was still there. Howie would be talking about that a bunch now.
He'd probably want to chair.
Yeah, cook your pot. You do your pastas with some olive oil on it and stuff, and serve it up with garlic powder and Parmesan cheese on it. Yeah,
I actually have some solid coconut oil unopened.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 jars of it. They're small jars, but I at least have 2.
Okay, I'm trying to remember who said it. Which live stream it was on. Walmart, and I think Anthony, I think was the one. Palmetto Prepared told us about this. I could be wrong. If it was someone else, I apologize. Walmart has a good brand of tallow.
Me.
Okay, all right, it was you. Okay,
Yeah, because I've got it here in the house.
yeah, and Anthony was in the side chat talking about it. That's what it was. Yeah, so yeah, the Walmart has a brand of tallow that's really good, and you know, better than that hydrogenated garbage, whatever the heck, stuff that Crisco.
Let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. Crap in a can that'll burn like a candle.
Yeah.
But hey, you have to admit though, it still does taste pretty damn good.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. I love making my cookies with that crap.
Excuse me. My mom would take bread, chicken, and fry it in Crisco, and it was better than banquet chicken. I'm telling you. She may have added a few more spices to the flour mix, but
Yeah, my grandmother used to do the same thing, and that's what she used to cook the chicken fried steak in too.
And that's the key to all my live streams, Sanders, to make sure that, I'm not all knowledgeable, but I do research before every live stream to make sure the topic I'm going to talk about, I at least have information that not only educates me, but I try to get some education out there. Because if just one person in my live streams learns something new and they go out and get more prepared, I feel I've done something good for the community. If I come up with a live stream and nobody learns anything, I've failed everybody, because that means nobody's any smarter. Nobody's going to be any more prepared for what there's no guarantee that any of this is going to happen, other than if you go check the book of Revelations and it says what's going to happen eventually. In that case, we can't really prepare for that. That is in and of itself the end. Okay. But I'll save that for a different stream because this is on something different. But I want at least just one person to learn something. I feel like I've done something halfway decent.
Yeah. The original diesel engine ran on vegetable oil.
Mm-hmm. Very thick, but it ran on veggie oil.
Yep.
You could cook with it. You could run with it. It didn't matter. It worked.
Yep. All right. I just had a thought and it just had a brain fart and it went away. I remember what it was now. Lesson from my mom. After the 1971 Sylmar earthquake, when she went to the store to buy some toilet paper the following week, and they were out.
Pennsylvania proper.
Okay, guys. All right. See you later, Pennsylvania. My mom decided right then and there started coupon shopping. So when toilet paper was on sale, she bought 2 extra packages or more. When Kleenex was on sale, she bought extra. When macaroni was on sale, she bought extra. She only bought stuff when it was on sale or there was coupons for it. And that way she was able to stretch our household budget and start building a huge food storage. And it only took her a couple of years where we had a year's worth of food storage done up. So now I like stay sage better, Pennsylvania pepper. Sage is a good herb.
Did y'all at least catch what she said right here? I pulled up SwansonVitamins.com. If Kathy would be so awesome like she always is and throw a link up to that. I'm going to put her to work now.
Or there's another definition for brain fart where the synapses fail to connect.
Tell the family Charles and I both said hello. And congratulations on the renovations of the building.
Something I have in my storage, food storage stuff, because it's great for emergencies.
Mm-hmm.
And then something I have to keep the grandkids in line. As you can see, the grandkids have been kept in line quite a bit.
Yeah, you're running low. I had to walk to Walmart yesterday to get some for Charles because he was out. or no, it was this morning. I
Yeah.
can't keep track of my days, but I had to go get some because that's Charles' breakfast on the weekends, and I had to go get some.
Yeah.
You know, I favor a Pop-Tart once in a while myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Henry's checking out of here. See you later, Henry.
Yeah, again, guys, if you get a moment, and I'll see if I still got that saved. If not, let me check. Yes. If you guys have a moment, just go stop by the store, leave them a hi, and, you know, thanks for stopping by or something. Let them know SOPs, you know, just go give them a hello and do something kind. If you can afford something cheap, please do so. I get nothing out of it. It's not going to like he's going to come down to my house and present me with a check. It's just, I believe in the guy. I've talked to him for the last couple of years, on and off, especially. You know, he is honest. He's down to earth. And hey, Gil, that's being shared. I hope you're not putting something out there.
No, I'm just putting his. I'm showing you guys. I'm saving it. Where's my one? Family compound. There we go. Boom. I saved it.
And, you know, he's a real honest guy, earth guy, pro 2A. And he's had a few items that I would call interesting that I would have never even considered trying to buy, that he's let me check out. And after checking them out, I really wanted those. And I've gotten a couple of them. One of the items we tested, we found out wasn't very good. So he bit the bullet on that. So trust the guy when he said, or when I say that he's honest, he'll treat you right. I'm not sure where they've moved to, but it's in Dayton. That's all I can say at the moment. I don't know what the new address is. So you'll have to check the website and find out from there.
So see, he's got classes.
Yep, he offers classes, and they have a blacksmith that comes up there. They have a knife sharpening class.
Yeah.
They have ham radio classes. The guy that comes up there helps people program their Baofangs. So
I like Tibor's comments about Pop-Tarts and peanut butter always included in food drops.
Yep.
Okay. Sign up for his email stuff. I don't see anything on the store address.
no, they're
Online only.
no, they're right now they're rebuilding.
Okay.
So right now, anything you would do would be online.
Right. So yeah, they're enlarging their.
Yep, that's the back corner. Charles used to like to play back there. So I'd go up there and stand there for like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours talking to him, you know, mainly BSing. And Charles would like to ride around a little Thomas the Train inside the store.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like a really great place.
And you'll get his real name when you meet him.
Yeah.
It's not mentioned for OPSEC.
Yeah. I like this 10,000 gallon water filter setup.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the N95 masks. I wonder how many filters comes with it. But there's some good stuff in there.
That is, I actually believe that's an N100. I'm not positive
N100?
because
Okay.
it stops smoke.
Yeah. Yeah. Something anybody should have is there are several of these you can get online and stuff.
And he also has, I keep forgetting to mention this, and I should have mentioned it while he was here. They also have a mobile app, which you just scrolled past because that's how I remembered it. So if you have
mobile alerts.
phone, yep. If you have a mobile phone that does internet, sign up for mobile alerts. You know, that's a pretty decent thing. You could also get them via email, which is the way I'm getting them right now is via email. And he doesn't push anything that's BS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Yes, he got those, Tibor. He's got those.
all righty. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there are some of the smaller guys out there are really good on their stuff. There's one we've been getting stuff from since they first started down in Provo. Oh, back when my dad was still alive, so that was before I got married. That's over, like 40 years ago is when he used to get a place down there as well. But they've gotten a little too big for their britches. They're no longer the hometown type guys they were back then. But okay, I'll check this thing out over here.
What's that?
I make sure, I just noticed the disparity between my other computer where I actually have the YouTube version up, whereas here I got the StreamYard version.
Second delay, unfortunately.
It was a little bit more. It lagged and it buffered and was no longer on a live. It was, I had to catch it back up.
Yeah, I've actually had to restart mine twice tonight because it lagged and just stopped.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tibor, he'll hook you up, I promise.
I want that water can you build.
Thanks for stopping in, bud.
I want that water can you build fires in the middle of.
You don't
Okay. Yeah, I've seen those where it's basically it's like it's a donut can, and so your water's in the and you build a fire in the middle, heat it up. What's interesting is that some of the original hot tubs basically had a sealed wood burning stove that sat in the water, and you just fed the wood in the top of it. It heated up the hot tub for you.
I can't remember. I can't remember if that's a Clean Canteen or who it was that makes that. Trying to think, but I can't remember. But I know which one he's talking about.
Yeah.
Last time I was in there, of course, it was 2 years ago because I haven't had a car in 2 years. He had like 5 of them sitting in there, and he always keeps a good stock of stuff. Yeah, I'd walk in there and I'd make out a wish list and walk out whimpering because I realized I need a couple grand. And it's not because his prices are high; it's because he has so much in there, and it is a person that is tactile. I like to touch what I'm going to buy. It's like, how's that feel? Does that feel okay? Yeah, okay, I like that. I want that. Then I look at the price tag. Well, I can't get it today, but maybe next month. And I walk a little more around the store. Oh crap! I need that now. So, yeah. I'm a shopping addict when it comes to survival stuff. Food, clothes, and anything else, nah, I could care less. That's why people like it when I go shopping. I walk into a Walmart and I can walk out in 30 minutes if the line's moving quick enough with almost a month's worth of groceries. I have a mindset. I know exactly where everything is in the store. I walk in, I just grab stuff.
Okay, found it.
Okay, you found it?
That's one of them. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There's this is one of them. You build the fire in the middle of it, and it has a spigot on the side of it. Trying to find the other one. Yeah, see, like this one here. So you build the fire down the middle of it, and then it heats up your pot. So you can have your coffee pot there. But there was a bigger one I saw that was from a different company than the kettles. The Gilly bought out kettle. So. But there was a bigger one.
The original name of it was called a Kelly kettle, I think, because if you look down there at the right now, don't move. It is in the top right picture.
There.
Yeah, where it says Kelly kettle.
Yeah,
that was the original.
Yeah. And there were some other ones that didn't market it that were bigger. Like had like a 5-gallon jug, container that you did a lot of water and had a spigot on it.
Thank you again, Miss Kathy. Let's give a round welcome and thank you to Miss Kathy for all the help she's done this evening.
Woo! Okay, gotta do this here. And my computers are slowing down.
I'm serious. I think they're trying to limit me. They don't like the truth. That's a proven fact. They don't like it when people preach the truth.
Yeah. That's just it. If you don't use the word truth in your while you're talking, you know, and don't say falsehood or anything else like that.
Well, you know, like I've stated many times in the past, for one, in a review, I don't do rainbows and unicorns. If it's great, I'll tell you. If it's crap, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if I get sent something that's crap, I'll contact the manufacturer first, or the person who's told me, "Hey, we'll give you the money if you go buy it." That way, you can give what they call a verified review.
Right.
Because if you try and review something on Amazon and it is not a verified purchase, they won't submit your review even if you do.
Right.
They won't put it up. So you have to have purchased the item to have a verified review. Okay?
Yeah.
How these work. They send you the money, then you go buy it. That's why if you watch the one this morning, you'll hear me say it was sent to me, but I had to buy it. That's how that works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was one who wanted me to go buy it, and then they would send me the money on PayPal.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I don't have PayPal. I don't use it. So they just sent they sent me the item directly, and that's what I did the big video on the one. It was actually a pretty good kit.
But I'm not going to sit there and paint rainbows and unicorns on a piece of poop, because you can put lipstick on a pig. It's still a dang pig.
Yeah.
And honesty is the best policy. If I sit here and start lying and doing fear porn, yeah, I could probably have 10,000 subs in a matter of weeks. But what would that gain? Because I'd lose all of you, which are quality people. You guys leave, and I gain a bunch of trolls. I don't need trolls. I want honest people who actually care about the people around them and themselves enough to want to learn. Because, you know, while I'm doing this, I'm still learning too. Just because I'm plus 50 and over the hill now.
Let's see here. Control V, enter. So,
You know, Kelly,
yeah, this is the link that Kathy put up there.
okay, I'll show that. But if you guys contact Omega Survival Supply, he's got those in stock.
Yeah, and probably a little bit cheaper.
I honestly believe, I'm not going to swear to it, but I'm pretty sure if you find a decently priced one on there, he'll at least match it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to guarantee it, but you'll get more personable service from him. I guarantee that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Kelly Kettle is what and then Gilligan with it.
That one that was on the top right, the one for $89.99. The last time I knew, and now it's been 2 years, prices have changed, obviously.
$89.99. Oh, that one.
Yeah. His was only 60 something. Okay.
Yeah. And so you can get, here's one for 59. But yeah, there's, but it looks like more buying choices. I have a feeling that this is from an off-site seller. Yeah.
Not only that, but it doesn't look like the original, to be honest with you. It looks like a cheap knockoff. Look at the finish on it.
Yeah. You have your bright chrome, and then you had a brushed finish. This one here has a brushed finish on it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but knockoffs can do a pretty good job of.
Yeah.
Oh, you're leaving. Oh man, have a good night, buddy. Have a good night.
Take it easy, old man. So,
but yeah,
good.
Like that, contact him up there, send him an email, let him know what you're looking for, and he will do his best. Even if he doesn't normally stock it, if it's something he can get, he will get it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, this was the marsh cat. It was one of the other ones I found. Oh, I have it. Okay. That was one of the other ones.
Hold on.
Yeah. This one here is one that folds up for backpacking. And so the pieces slide out, and you feed. It's basically it's like a.
He's got something like that in stock too.
It's a rocket stove.
Yep.
It's similar to what it's the other one. So you just feed in your fire there. But yeah.
Oh, I'm going to say something real quick too. I've noticed a few people trying to connect with me on Facebook, but I don't recognize names. If you're trying to connect with me on Facebook through the little link that's in the top of my banner or the bottom right corner of the banner, make sure you tell me your YouTube name if that's, if you're coming from YouTube, so I know who you are because I won't accept friend requests on Facebook unless I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
That's just to prevent trolls. It's not that I'm trying to be a jerk or anything. It's just, a little bit upset.
Yeah. Yeah. So here it shows that the Kelly stove, the Kelly kettle, Gelly kettle, whatever you want to call it. You can see the flames shooting out of that sucker there. So it acts like a little bit of a rocket stove itself.
Yep. Especially if it's the base that goes with it.
Yeah.
That's the reason they designed it the way they did. So it was a built-in rocket stove.
Yeah. All right. You can drop that off there. I'm going to go back and look at that one thing that had that snow ghillie suit there. Yep.
That isn't what you're looking at. Uh-huh.
No, I'm not looking at the other one. Seriously. I'm looking at this one here.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah. So you got snow, and then you got.
And he does even have ghillie suits in stock.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, this is what I need for out here with all the snow outside. There's your snow ghillie suit.
It wouldn't do me a lick of good out here. I would stand out like a sore thumb. Because we have zero snow.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to snow today. I seen a couple flakes on the way home. It didn't stay.
Are you sure they weren't from UC Berkeley?
No, these were small white floaty things. They were really tiny. I couldn't.
Oh, California snowflakes. I'm a bad boy. I know.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 12 watching now. We're down to 12. Everybody's going home, going to bed.
Yep. I showed 27 likes, but that's.
I got 34 likes. So I just refreshed it.
Well, I appreciate that. I think that's a record for likes. Wow.
Yeah. And we double check something here.
You see what Heaven said to you?
You're like an ex-smoker.
I thank you, Anna.
In what way am I like an ex-smoker?
With California.
Oh, California. Oh. Hey, I still own property there. I up until about 5-8 years ago, I was a California booster, and it just got totally ruined by Governor Moonbeam and
Mr. Rainbows and Unicorn give everybody everything for nothing.
Yeah. Governor Moonbeam and Lieutenant Governor Gay Van Nuisance, who's now Governor Gay Van Nuisance. But anyways, yeah, they ruined my state, made me move out. I had to secure my family.
Yep. And with the way Ohio's going, I definitely want to hurry up and get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
Because before long, it's going to be, right now, crossbows are not considered a lethal weapon. But with the way they're actually starting to move the legislation in the House and Senate of this state, they're going to be soon.
Yeah.
They're trying to limit anything that can cause any personal harm to anybody other than yourself. But then they got the strike laws so they can say, oh, you're going to hurt yourself next.
Yeah,
that's why it's going to be left back up for a replay. So if you get bored and your guys aren't discussing TV antennas, you can come back and watch, and then you can discuss other things that are just as boring. No, we're not going as bad as UK yet, but heavens. But I gave it time, and if some of these people who are in current positions of power, shall we say, aren't taken out, they're going to get it so you can't even have a steak knife in your house because they're afraid you're going to cut yourself, let alone somebody else.
Yeah.
And they're going to make it so you can't have a lock blade, you can't have an antenna. Sorry. You can't have a knife of any kind that is lockable, and you can't carry fixed knives of any kind. They can only be used for camping. If you don't know anything about the UK laws as far as knives, go over. Your head will explode when you realize just how bad they actually have it over there. You're right, North Star. Very right. By the time things get really bad, there will be no place to go.
Yeah, I guess I am a dual citizen, Will. I'm a citizen of California and a citizen of the free state of Idaho.
Pay attention to that, Anna, and let us know. Because sometimes what we hear outside from other states, when we're on the outside of it, we don't catch everything. They kind of bury it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, we discovered that we have a small problem here in Idaho with the some of the people that are actually Democrats or far, neither, that are far left liberals claiming to be Republicans. Yeah.
Yeah, rhinos. Unfortunately, there's some in every state.
Yeah. But I know that North County Off Grid is exposing those up there in Bonner County are getting exposed.
Good.
How much longer are you going to go on this?
Oh, heck, I ain't even tired. I could go all night almost. But I'm not going to.
Yeah. Oh, we're at 16. We picked up 4 more people. Hey, new people that just came in. Hi.
Welcome back. Gunslingers. I didn't see you sneak in, although I did see a comment. I'm sorry. I didn't say hello.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he's been here all the time. He was just quiet.
He was hiding in the background in his camouflage outfit. Yeah. Well, what else can we beat to death here?
Oh, there's plenty of dead horses to beat to death. It's just a question of how many of them will get us kicked off of YouTube. A majority.
Yeah.
And I finally got a channel built up part way. I mean, after tonight, I'll probably be I'll be at the 2,000 hour mark. Still got a way to go to hit the subs, but that's okay. I'm on it.
Ooh, I this week I passed the 1,000 hours mark.
I should be after tonight at 2,000.
Yeah.
600 plus subs, 2,000 hours. I'm working it.
Yeah.
Someday I'll make a penny off a video. Or not, you don't make money off YouTube no more.
Yeah. Yeah. I was looking at that. The Social Blade on it, and it's what does it say here now? Okay, it's dropped back down here. Last 30 days, it says I would have made $13.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. But that thing that includes the fact that for most of the last 30 days, I had 800 watch hours, and I only had 730 followers.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, back 5 years ago, when I originally started, that kind of numbers would gain you about $300.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a huge disparity from back then until now.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately is why some of these YouTubers out here have went full gung-ho commercial and buy my stuff. And, you know, I tried a Teespring store once. It failed miserably.
Yeah.
The cockroaches even left. I mean, bad. The cockroaches even left my Teespring store. Teespring sent me an email telling me they wanted their cockroaches back. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and
Sonny.
over here. Oh,
Sonny.
let me show you something. Let me get something up on here. Where was this? Is that on Save and Compare? Yes. There's your bug out vehicle.
It's okay.
There, but I got two. This is the Mongoose 7-speed with 26, and then the other one, go back here, is the knockoff version of it, $100 less, but supposedly has the same tires.
But I need a tandem version. I got to put that boy of mine to work, doggone it. I ain't going to pedal his butt too. He's going to have to help.
Unfortunately, I don't think they make a tandem version.
Well, you know what? Give me a shop, a welder, and 2 bikes. I'll make a tandem version.
Yeah.
Because I can design stuff fairly well, right down to every nut and bolt.
Yeah.
But I don't have the dexterity anymore to actually build like I'd like to.
Yeah. Well, actually, you don't need to have 2 of them. You just need to have one of them, and you get the
spare tire.
You just get the some conduit, and then just get another sprocket thing to hook it up, and that way you just spread it forward and just get some extra little pieces. You don't have to buy the whole second bike.
Good night, Will. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, Will, take it easy. Yeah. Yeah, that's on my wish list for getting for here, because with that I can boogie around town here in the snow and not worrying about the truck, starting the truck up or doing slipping and sliding at the trying to brake at the intersections and spin out trying to start up. All right. But let me see something here. Back one.
Actually,
Great
tires
one
are
here.
pretty easy to put spikes into.
Yeah. Simple. Well, this has gone up again. This one here, it fluctuates. Right now, it's $15 for this 2-pack. When I started doing my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, it was $7.99. It goes up and it drops. Anyone want some P38 can openers? 20-pack? Yeah.
If you want to donate some money, I buy them.
Well, this thermocell here is one of the ones that I'm giving away for the watch hours. That's the second place prize.
And Anna, you bring back childhood memories, clothespins, playing cards, spokes in a wheel.
Yep. Did I add that to this one? Oh, I got the gallon wide mouth jars in my canning. I got the 2 canning sealers, and I got all the cool. Ooh, price drop, 7%. 16% price drop. Woohoo! So, people, if you're interested in getting wide mouth quart jars, a 4-pack of 12, it was $61 when I added it, and it's now $51. on Amazon. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be, you're going to have to bring that one back. Regular mouth, 4 dozen regular mouth, is that quart? Or is that, I think that is $29. Yeah. Canning supplies. That's one of my lists there on Amazon. And I go through and I check these things, at least once a week for different things. You want solar power stuff? Battleborn batteries.
I just want a generator that doesn't cost an arm, leg, and 2 kidneys.
Actually, probably something you might be interested in is that Sam's Club.
Not a member of the car.
Not a member. But they have the dual fuel, runs on gas or propane generator.
Nope, can't have it. They won't let me store it. They found out I had one of those little Coleman tailgate barbecues with propane tanks, little teeny propane tanks. They would tell me I have to remove it or I'd be kicked out.
You shouldn't have said that on YouTube. Someone's probably watching.
I don't care. They got to come prove it. They got to find it first.
Yeah.
And seeing as how I've said it, I'm going to have it moved. Haha.
Yeah. Yeah, I got, there's all sorts of stuff, like I use Amazon, and sometimes I use Amazon to compare. I'll follow it and I'll look elsewhere to find something I want to get.
Problem is I had no luck with those. I mean, I've seen demonstrations where those buzz saws work awesome.
Yeah.
Problem is I couldn't get them to work on the cold steel cheap shot. They didn't work because, as you've seen in my video, the arrows went all wonky, or bolts, and never hit the target. It's not like I'm a bad shot. I was using a scope and put the scope center right in the exact same spot. If I can take a M16 or M14 or AR and steel target at 500 yards, I think I can handle a crossbow.
All right. You guys want to do juicing? Price dropped on the Black & Decker 32-ounce juicer. Dropped 11. Dropped 18% on the bread maker.
Homemade bread.
Yes.
I'm hungry, dang it.
But what else I got here? My wish list public. That's just a few items on there. Yeah, I'm going to get this for Corsair Trainer. Send it to him to put on his fence behind him. And the price dropped. Cool. What did I put in tactical? CCTV stuff. Yeah. I should have bought this when they had it. I have to wait till it comes back. But basically it's a multiplexer for 16 cameras.
Did you, Tibor? I'll have to go back and look.
What'd he say?
He said he answered my crossbow question, but I don't remember because that was a while back, and a lot has happened since then, and my brain has now exploded with information from the current situations.
Yep. And then these are air rifles that you can hunt with, and pistols. Looking at different ones here. Ooh, price drop 42%. Oh my! Stars and Garters. This just dropped. 42%. It was 100 and something. 1,400 feet per second. Yeah, you can take out squirrels, rabbits, and small dogs, and a few other things with that. Includes a 4x20 scope.
Oh, hold on. Oops. Close. Back up. Stupid computer or tablet. Hold on. I got a response from Doc, Amy, and Nurse Bone. Doc, Nurse Amy. Oh God, I hope they didn't catch that. Because I sent them a question about my earlier. Oops, wrong button. hold on. In my earlier statement of masks and what I figured was important, what would work right now. And so I will read you their statement as soon as I get it pulled up here. And I will read you the question I sent, the statements that I made, and then I'll read you their answer. First one is from the research I've done in the last few days. I would hazard a guess that we are 27 days behind. The first reported case was the end of November and not at the end of December, as originally stated. China is questioning the news as fast as it gets out. Take with what I said with a grain of salt, because right now we are unsure of the, there's been 3 reports of the earliest possible case at the end of November and many reports stating December. So we're not there. We don't exactly know. And the second part was, as far as the masks, and I'm not a doctor, any mask will work right now as the virus is not airborne. One just needs to keep the eyes, nose, and mouth covered if you feel you're close to someone who might be infected. Their response is, timing is reasonable, though. As you say, we don't know what the real story is. There's a lot we don't know about the virus, but the pattern isn't inconsistent with airborne spread, just in his opinion. Although I believe that eating bushmeat may have gotten it started and mutated afterwards, which has been my assertion all along. It is a respiratory illness. It's probably good to have masks like the N95 in any case, although it is good if you do the test fit like he shows in the video, which we showed earlier. And tomorrow night, he doing a web talk with PrepperNet tomorrow night, Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can find the information for that on doomandbloom.net. And that's that. So basically, he's pretty much agreed with what I stated. And he is a professional. I only slept at Holiday Inn a few dozen years back, so I'm probably not even qualified to claim that anymore.
Yeah. All right. If someone is, you've seen my some of the videos they did about the lanterns and stuff. This is something cool. These are small little oil lanterns. They're small ones. They're not meant for doing a lot of long-term work, but these are the Red Hurricane lanterns. If you get the 30 pack, it's $134. Makes great Christmas presents. Basically, let me pop this up here. There it is. So that would be 135 rounded up, divided by 30. So you're looking at $4.50 each for preparedness presents to give out to people, and to have several around your house.
Congratulations on the retirement, Sonny. Just make sure you stay busy. I've known a lot of people over the years who were retired and thought, oh, I just get to sit and relax, and their health started going downhill stupid fast until they started getting active again. So just stay active. We want to keep you around a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think I'm keeping active. Running around doing stuff, trying to build stuff, doing in the summertime, I'm really busy out there when there's no snow on the ground. Essentially, we're talking about canning. Okay. Yeah. I grew up with water bath. That's what I grew up with. And we got some big water bath ones for half-gallon bottles and stuff. Because the stuff that we canned was jams, jellies, apricots, pears, peaches, that stuff that, didn't need to be pressure canned. But when you're getting into meats and, rabbit meat, venison, beef, pork, whatever, then it's got to be pressure canned. And that's one of the things my wife and I want to learn. I know I've been told by several people it's not that much harder, but it always helps to have an expert around the first couple times you do it.
All right. I know a lot of people like to chit chat, and sometimes the only place they get to do it is here on a YouTube video or live stream. I am posting a link to my Discord server. I would like to see as many people as possible log in. That link does not expire. Join the Discord server. As we get more people there, I will create different rooms and give moderator privileges to certain people. And I've got some survival stuff already listed on it. I do have a few people there already, but we can do chats, video chats there. You can have a video chat with somebody else if you're needing help with, say, canning. You two can get together in a private chat, video chat, and communicate back and forth through Discord and teach each other. You know, it's a great learning tool outside of YouTube, because it may get to the point where here on YouTube, we're not going to be able to do this kind of stuff anymore. So going to another place is beneficial. So if you're of the mindset, join my Discord server. It's a good place to meet, catch up, chit chat. And, you know, as long as there's somebody on there, you can talk.
Okay, that's what I'm doing right now here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I'm using my same name as my screen name here is.
That'll help me out a lot too. That way I know who ain't nothing to be scared of.
Okay, I need an email on there. Okay.
Yep.
CAPP. Camp Patton Family Compound. Spelling everything right. TDTDT. Make sure to make no typos. At gmail.com.
Gomer mail.
Password. Okay, hang on. I got to dig up my password file.
Oh, great. Now my cat's getting active. She slept all dang day. Don't you guys just love cats? They sleep all day, then they drive you nuts all night long. Let's see. It says a wild gill emerged.
Okay, all right.
Oh my god, an R-Star prep stutter showed up. So yeah, it says some funny things when people join.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, this is, I need to do this way here. Put this down here. I need to add some more.
And just to give you guys, like I said, I don't have this fully built up yet, but I'm working on it. But, you know, I'm trying to slowly build it up. There is a free version and a paid version. I'll say that up front. The free version, you get up to like a 2 megabyte file that you can, you know, PDF file that you can post to it. I want that full screen. But in the survival stuff, I have several different things, you know, how to use a compass, water to bleach ratio for purifying maple trees. Mosquitoes hate those kind of plants. I got all kinds of various little things up in here. There are several, digital copies of books that are on here. I have, I don't know, like 15 or 20 of them, maybe more. Oh, okay, about 30.
Yeah.
But various things on here for you to come check out. It's under survival. There's a regular one. I don't have very much up in here yet in the Bible chat, because, you know, it's just basically me and Timo that do the Bible stuff on here at the moment. There's a voice channel, and I'm now connected via my voice channel. So we can have, you know, various conversations there as well. Or if you want to log in, if you're logged in and you see somebody you want to talk to, you two can jump over to the general voice channel and you can communicate with each other any time of day. There's no time limit. It doesn't end if I go offline. It stays online the whole time. So as you join and as we build up, we'll move forward, and hopefully we can get a lot more content on there. And I missed something. Oh, okay. That's understandable, Tibor. Like I said, anytime you want to come over, shoot me a message somewhere, and we'll arrange it.
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm scarier in person than I am on YouTube.
And of course, Gmail's taking forever for them to send the email over to me. Yeah. So get our free desktop app, take advantage of Discord.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we raised bunnies. My stepdad had us raising them, and we started off with 2, and at the end of 3 years before we finally got rid of him and then the bunnies afterwards, we had like 60, and we were selling off quite a few. We had more rabbits than we knew what to do with.
Oh, now make sure you're human. Well, I'm not human, but I'm not a robot. Continue to discuss.
Android, there's a difference.
Okay, that's an interesting little channel thing there.
Yeah. Well, like I say, if you see something on a YouTube video and you guys are connected via the Discord server, it's an easy way to private message somebody without going through emails. That way, and another key thing about Discord, guess what? No government overreach. Discord is a privately held server. It does not retain any logs of what is posted other than what is on that page.
Okay, North Star Prepsteader is here.
Yep, you're there.
I'm there. I'm appeared. Heaven's Essentials.
Yep.
And so I got 2 different pages up here. I'm trying to figure out, send friend request. No. Grumpy. There we go. There. Okay.
Did you invite Evil Twin over too?
Huh?
Did you invite?
No.
Okay.
Evil Twins did not come over.
Okay.
Oh, message general.
Yeah, general chat is text.
I made it. And just hit enter.
Yep.
Yeah, we go. Hey.
All right, there we go.
Cool. And they're both the same, so I can take the one down here. I'm in the other one. Yay. And this goes to...
Yeah, Kaylin, that's the problem I have with my cat. She likes to get up in the middle of the night, and I hung some bells for her to play with. And
okay, it's Miss Single Dads and Rustic Woodworks lives tonight. But hey, I belong here.
North Star, don't worry about it. When you get it figured out, we're good.
It took me a while to figure it out here.
I could make faces too, but you all run away laughing so hard or scared. I just can't do that to y'all. I can't afford private psychiatry bills for everybody. I can barely afford myself.
So then I should share that. I should share this one here. Make sure save it as this is the page and when I save it as a favorite and I go back into it, it automatically lets me in, right?
It should.
Save. And this is Grumpy's house.
Yep.
HOUSE house DISCO Discord. That way I know exactly what's going on. And done.
Right, Anna. We'll catch you next time every Wednesday night, pretty much the same time. Next Wednesday will be a half hour earlier. Next Wednesday will be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, 7 Mountain. Because we have special guests, Doc Bones and Nurse Amy, joining us again next Wednesday evening. All right, Kathy. Thank you again for being such an awesome mod. Appreciate all the help you've done. Let's give her a round of applause, folks.
Yay! Here's a round of applause.
Yeah, I probably should shut this down. I got to get the kid up off to school in a few short hours too. So
Yeah.
I do greatly appreciate everybody that stopped in tonight. You've all been wonderful. Thank you for listening to me and Gil spout off nonsense as always. And we'll catch you next time. Until next time, God bless, be safe, stay safe, get your friends safe, stay prepared. Peace.
All right, guys. See you later.